What is happening, guys? Wow, it is we got a lot to talk about, and I'm just gonna sit here and get this set up because I'm gonna give you my review on all right, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about a little movie that I just got out of the theaters and just watched. Yeah, so this is a little movie that I like to call Uncharted, and I got some feelings. We're gonna talk about this and man, I'm just kind of. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna this little film that I have to the side over here, Uncharted, right? We have this image going. I'm just gonna leave the image up. I'll throw the video up here in a minute. Let me just kind of go back to this real quick because all my stuff is starting to not work on me, and I love when that happens. All right, so let's throw up this video, or not video, but let's throw up the picture. Let's get that going. All right, Uncharted. What an adventure this was. Yeah, man. Now, Uncharted is the film adaptation of the beloved video game franchise, of course, Uncharted. And those games are the type of games that get a lot of praise. And that's because they absolutely deserve everything they get. And they absolutely deserve all of that praising. But this film adaptation with Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Man. Right? So it's an origin story of how the two of them met. But if I remember correctly, it was either in the third game or the fourth game. We already get a little glimpse of them meeting. And now the two of them are on an adventure. It's their first adventure together, and they're finding the lost gold of Magellan. Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I really like Tom Holland, right? He's a cool guy. I really like him as Spider-Man. I like him in Cherry. I think that's what it was called, Cherry. A couple of his other movies. I really like the kid. He's good at what he does. I enjoy it. But as Nathan Drake, as young Nathan Drake, I never really bought it. Right? I didn't. I couldn't. I couldn't buy it. It seems like when they were making this movie, right, they were going, okay, who can we have play Nathan Drake? Tom Holland. He's a superstar. We know Spider-Man's going to come out, and that's going to be a multi-billion-dollar picture. It's going to make a lot of money. So let's get that kid and put him in this movie, and that will get the audience that we want. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I love video game movies, right? I love Warcraft. I loved the what's it called? Tomb Raider, right? I think 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, Tomb Raider movie. Remember that I said that because we're going to go back and talk about that movie as we continue talking about this one. And I'm all for adventures, the Da Vinci Code, Indiana Jones, right? Such great movies that, unfortunately, for Uncharted, it falls flat because those movies do it better. The Goonies does it better than what Uncharted tries to do. And it's sad to say that because it's such a great property that it falls flat where other movies they soar, right? They do it better. And like I said, Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, you really don't buy it. And it feels like the rest of the cast was molded around that one casting decision. The characters in the Uncharted series are far more interesting in their 30s than they are in their 20s. And I mean, I don't know. Is seeing as this is an origin story, like I said, I don't know that I can see Tom Holland being how Nathan Drake would grow into the person to be that we see in the video games that we all know and love. Uh, Also, let me just say that Nathan Drake in the Uncharted video game series has a way far more body count than any other video game character. I mean, I know at least in the Uncharted games, as Nathan Drake, I was just going up and snapping necks left and right, you know? Wow. Also, too, Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Uh, it definitely proves that whoever ran the Dare program has failed because someone must have been high as fuck out there to cast Mark Wahlberg as Sully, right? Having Mark Wahlberg as a young Sully doesn't really work for me. It really doesn't. He doesn't look like Sully. He doesn't sound like Sully. He doesn't act like Sully. No, I get it. Hold up, Dom. This is an origin story. It's before Uncharted 1 takes place. Yeah, but these people have to have somewhat of an embodiment of these characters. I mean, you're probably going to hate me for this, but look at Solo, right? That movie did really well. I forget the actor's name who plays a young Han Solo. He captured that charisma of Harrison Ford did, right? I was able to buy him as a young Harrison Ford because the way he moved his mouth or the way he looked and smiled or walked. Excuse me, it's like late at night while I'm doing this. But anyway, I was able to buy into that. Buying Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I really didn't buy it. But one thing that absolutely stood out to me and absolutely stood out in the movie was Antonio Banderas as the villain. He captures the spirit of what an Uncharted villain should be, how they should act, they should move, they walk, they talk. He absolutely captures that embodiment. You know, how can I say this? Like the action in the movie was the action in this movie entertaining? Yes. Yes, it was. Was it believable? No. Far more ridiculous than any Fast and the Furious movie. But hey, we still love those movies, right? So I was able to enjoy myself. I was there having fun, but at the same time, I was being taken out of the movie because of Tom Holland and because of Mark Wahlberg. You know, the best action scenes of this of the movie was what we seen in the trailer, right? When they're on the plane, and it makes you, and what it does, it makes you want to go back and play those games. And that's the problem that this movie runs into, and it's that, it's the same thing with the new Resident Evil movie, right? These video games nowadays, they're so cinematic and so perfected in their storytelling that these games are doing it better than what a lot of these movies are doing. You can go back and you can play through, and you're feeling that adrenaline rush, right? Because you're going through these scenarios and you're feeling the impact that these characters feel because you are playing them. And these video games are doing it a lot better. Having video game adaptation for these action games isn't as necessary as it once was, and it makes me sad to say that. These like there's a moment on the plane where I was just like, this movie has just fundamentally gotten worse for me now. Luckily, not long after that, it's the last act of the movie, and which this movie fucking goes balls to the walls and just completely throws logic out the window. But with the whole entire CGI fuckfest. Now, I know it sounds like I'm talking negatively about the Uncharted film, but I'm really not. It's a good movie to have on in the background while you're doing something. Yeah, it has rewatchability to it, sure. If I'm, surfing on the television, on TV, and I come across this movie, absolutely I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna watch it. And if it's towards the end of the movie, sure, go ahead. But yeah, man, it was good to turn your brain off and watch it, but at the same time, it was just I wasn't buying it. I was not buying Tom Holland, and I wasn't buying Mark Wahlberg as Sully. And I really wanted to love this movie. I really wanted to love it. I can appreciate it for what it is. It's another action adventure film that you have to go on and find whatever, but there is other movies that have done it better. Indiana Jones, right? Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, right? The Last Crusade, and even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I know a lot of people want to hate on that, but that movie you still were able to go on the adventure and still be able to have a good time and appreciate it for what it was, right? The Goonies, same thing. You were able to buy it. This movie tried to have that Nathan Drake and Sully banter back and forth, and it falls flat. I hate to say that, but it tries to have that slapstick humor, and it's not there. Right? It's trying to these quippy one-liners and the suave and it's trying to be clever, but it just I don't know. It sets up a sequel, so there's going to be a sequel, and plus right now it's doing really great at the box office because it's riding that success. Excuse me. I haven't talked in a while. And so it's riding that success of Spider-Man No Way Home. But yeah, man, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's it is what it is. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes. Did I have fun with the movie? Absolutely. I did. Would I go back and watch it again? Yeah, not gonna lie. I probably would go back and rewatch it. Will I own it on Blu-ray or 4K? Yeah, man. I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute sucker. I will probably buy this on 4K or Blu-ray. I'll probably do that. Um because I like collecting movies, and I have a collection of video game movies, But yeah, Uncharted, man. I really hope they get it right with the sequel. Uh and I hope they wait some time. Let Tom Holland grow a little bit. Let him get a little bit older. I want to see him look older. I want to see him look older. I want to see him act older because I keep getting this feel that he's 20 years old, you know? But it is what it is, guys. Hey, let me know what you think about the Uncharted movie. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. Also, by the way, let me just point out Antonio Banderas, again, is a great villain in this movie. But it just seems like they just and it's gone, right? I don't know. But I'm just going to leave it to you guys. Hey, thank you for tuning in and watching this review of the Uncharted movie. I know it's late. I got this out late. It came out February 18th. It's already the 25th. Okay. So tomorrow we are doing the road to the Batman 2022, which I'm really excited about. We're going to sit and we're going to talk about the Batman, and we're going to go through the Batman throughout the years, and we're going to drop some facts and some fun stuff. We have a whole crew coming on today. Andy is going to be there. Maybe Russell, Eric, possibly he's going to be there. Sarah, Chris, Ryan. I'm so excited to get everybody in studio. Well, not in studio, but on the channel talking the Batman. And of course, I hope to see you guys there. Please remember to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. That's what we want. We need that. That helps us grow as a channel. I'm able to bring more people in. I'm able to get more sponsors. But I just want to be able to bring you more content, right? So please like and subscribe down below. Also, leave comments on your thoughts on Uncharted. Let me know what you think. Will I go back and watch it? I probably will. I'll probably go back and rewatch it just instead of watching it as a review to sit here and talk about it with you guys. Now I'll be able to kind of sit back and just enjoy it for what it was. If I had to rate the movie out of 10, a solid 5 out of 10, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe this movie will grow on me. Maybe it will. All I know what it does, it makes me want to go back and play the video games. And right when I'm done doing this video, I'm going to go back and play Uncharted. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are tuning in, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments and thoughts down below. And we'll of course answer them as they come in. And yeah, with that being said, once again, thank you. Also, again, Saturday, I'll see you there. We're talking the Batman, the road to the Batman. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.